Welcome back to AV Veterans Talk. We're continuing our conversation with this week's guests, James Rodriguez and Amanda Perrell. We're back here at AV Veterans Talk with Amanda and James, continuing the story of James's journey up to this point in his life. And so you went through the schooling we just talked about, and you got into security, things like that. The frustration sometimes when the chips just start falling your way, it's a tough life there. Do you ever get that mindset like, what the heck, when am I going to get a break? You've got kids looking up to you. I don't know what your family said. That's fine, and stuff. I don't want to get into that dynamic, but it's tough, because you're dad to some kids, and you're struggling. You're living. You're trying to do everything you can just to survive. I would say in a lot of aspects. Ever get you down to the point you think that this is a weird way to take this, but I want to venture off into this area because Amanda, as well as everybody else here, that suicide rate amongst veterans, no matter what, whether you were a Gulf War individual in the Middle East or other stuff, is extremely high. And a lot of those young men and women, sometimes feel there's no hope. What motivates you to keep fighting on, and obviously I bet you your kids, but, we lose a lot of people who didn't have kids, stuff. Did you ever entertain stuff like those kind of mindsets, or were you just James a tough guy, and you're gonna motor through one way or another?
Yeah, there was times where I was, really depressed. Never did it come to the thoughts of, suicide or anything like that. But I was depressed. I was, down and out for a while. But I'm a type of person to where I kind of keep things bottled up. When I'm in my room by myself, that's when, it's let out. But when I'm around my kids, around other people, I don't tend to show what's going on with me, unless you really personally know me. Like with Amanda, I could come one day or even on the phone. She's like, "What's wrong?"
Yeah.
And just the tone of her voice, and then I'm thinking like, "Oh, I'm talking fine."
Yeah.
But she's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or she'll see me like, "What's going on? You look tired. What's going on?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't like to let people in a lot. To really know who I am, unless I'm really trust is a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And so once I get comfortable with you and stuff like that, then you'll start knowing things about me personally, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But mainly, my kids, they're looking up to me, and I don't ever want to have them see me in that state of mind.
Yeah.
So my oldest now, she's actually graduating 8th grade, actually this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
My other one's just a year behind her, and I have my 6-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he still sees me as like, oh, my dad's a super dad. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So
Yeah.
and I want to try to keep that as long as possible.
Absolutely.
I know he sees things that it's a struggle, and I tell him to. I'm pretty blunt with my kids. I tell them how it really is, how the world is, so that way they don't get this false pretense and how the world is or how it should be. You know what I mean? It's just
gotta get out there and fight.
Yeah, and so. And I try to keep myself busy as much as I can. My oldest daughter, she's in dance, so I go to dance with her. And my other one played softball for about 2 years. I actually managed a softball team last year. I just finished up this year. And then my son, he's just doing whatever he wants to do. Not in the sport. I mean, he played coach bitch baseball. So I help him out with that. So I try to keep myself busy as much as possible.
Yeah.
Thinking, that way, because I know once I'm alone and by myself, I start thinking, certain things, how can I do this or how can I do that, but I try to keep myself busy as much as I can throughout the day.
Yeah. The VA did, you never really dealt with the VA much, did you? Because of the time period, did you ever reach out to them for any help of any type? I'm starting to smile there. This looks like it ought to be good.
I did, actually, because I went to University of Phoenix. I actually went on my own. I had thought I had no benefits at the time, so I didn't know what I could do. So I took out loans and whatnot, which ended up, biting me in the end.
Yeah.
But then when I went to DeVry, I actually went to the VA and I got my folk rehab. They paid for my school 100%.
Nice.
That really helped me out.
Yeah.
And then they gave me a little money on the side to help me with my living expenses. So that really helped me out a lot,
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean,
Yeah, it's good stuff, because you always hear that, well, the VA was never there, and things like that, and you get into focus groups and things like that, and it just is not there and stuff, so it's all a good thing. So and we'll take another break here. When we come back, we'll finish up with the community outreach and stuff to help you kind of get out of your kerfuffle. I guess that's the word I can use, right? Okay. So we'll be right back here at AV Veterans Talk. I'm Bob Alvis, and thanks for joining us for this segment of AV Veterans Talk.